Lean just beyond your edge. In any given moment, a man's growth is optimized if he leans just beyond his edge, his capacity, his fear. He should not be too lazy, happily stagnating in the zone of security and comfort. Nor should he push far beyond his edge, stressing himself unnecessarily, unable to metabolize his experience. He should lean just slightly beyond the edge of fear and discomfort, constantly in everything he does. This is one of the lessons in the book The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. The masculine grows by challenge. I believe that this is the key to personal development. Men need challenges to grow. Growth can only happen when there's pressure or stress. And there are two types of stress. Distress, which is bad for you, and eustress, which is good for you. Very often, it is our attitude, our belief about stress that differentiate between eustress and distress. The more eustress, the faster we grow. Think of it as playing an instrument, going to the gym, starting a new career, building a business, moving to a different country, or falling in love. Whatever gets you out of your comfort zone, that's when you see the most growth. However, there is a point at which more stress is no longer beneficial, and it can even be destructive to our personal development. This is what we call distress. This is the kind of stress that is chronic. For example, you're constantly anxious because you can't pay your bills. You can't get a job. You can't live up to your family's expectations. Or you feel guilty and regret for not doing the things that you're supposed to do. So you go through life with this chronic, nagging stress that ultimately leads to your death. This is the kind of stress that most people deal with every single day. So the key here is that you gotta get uncomfortable, but don't do anything stupid. Now, from my experience, one way of doing this, and it doesn't require motivation or anything like that, and it's gonna sound fucking crazy, but you need to just roll the dice. Don't think about it, just jump right in and learn as you go. This is not about knowing that it's going to work out. This is not about having a plan. Things don't go as planned anyway. You don't need a plan. You don't need to feel confident. You don't need motivation. You don't need any of that. All you need is courage. When you get to the edge of that cliff and you're looking down and you're thinking, holy shit, this is crazy. Jump. You gotta jump. Do you know what's going to happen when you jump? When your only intention is to fly before you hit the ground, you're going to use every resources available to learn to fly on the way down. There is no other choice but to fly. I jumped when I first made the decision to not pursue pharmacy school. My entire academic career was working towards becoming a doctor, and I received multiple offers to go to pharmacy school. Some of them were from the top 10 schools in the nation. But I knew something was off because when I received those letters of acceptance, I was not happy. I was not excited. Something was missing. So I turned them all down. At the time, it was by far the scariest and the most difficult decision that I've ever made. But I did it, and I never looked back, and I never felt better. I jumped again when I decided to move across the country from California to Pennsylvania. I didn't have any friends or relatives. I didn't know anybody. But the comfort that I was experiencing in California was slowly killing me. I know that I had to get out, so I did. And I started a new chapter of my life when I moved to the East Coast. Now, most people, when they get to the edge of that cliff, and they're looking down and they're thinking, holy shit, this is scary, and they never jumped. They continue to stare into the abyss until they're 40, 50, 60 years old, and then they experience a midlife crisis. They were so caught up in all the things that they've been told that they should do. They never did anything for themselves. They never followed their heart, and now they're completely lost. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to live in the distress knowing that I could have jumped, but didn't. I don't want to hear that voice in my head that goes, dude, I fucking told you to jump 20 years ago, but you still didn't jump, did you? Now you gotta live with the consequences, motherfucker. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the guy that indulges in eustress. When I get to the edge of that cliff and I'm looking down and I'm thinking, holy shit, this is crazy. It doesn't make any sense. But my heart is telling me to do it. Fuck it. And then I jump. I let go into the river of life and I learned as I went. And I'm going to fail. In fact, I failed a lot. But that's okay because I know at the end of the day, I have the courage to challenge myself, to get out of my comfort zone, to do something difficult. And here's the thing, the more difficult, the more challenging it seems, the more you gotta do it. Not because of what you might get at the end. The outcome or the prize you get at the end is not as important as the person you become by doing the damn thing. If you take somebody who is a millionaire, they've gone through all the challenges, the struggles, the pain, the failure it takes to build $1 million business, and now you take all that money away from him. It's just a matter of time before he becomes a millionaire again. So you see, it's not about the $1 million. His journey was about becoming a $1 million person. So if he can do it once, he can do it again. Now, some people are very fearful. They will use everything they can to rationalize as to why they shouldn't do it. why they should tiptoe their way around different circumstances instead of taking bold action. They build a good case for themselves, a good story. And there are some people who will say, well, if you have no fear, why don't you walk through a neighborhood with gangsters and drug dealers so they can attack you? Why would you do that? That's just pure stupidity. There's a difference between a courageous person and a fucking idiot. Some people will also say, well, it's easier said than done. That's the story they tell themselves. That is easier said than done. That is hard. Well, it's supposed to be fucking hard. If you get what you want without the challenge, the pain, the failure, then you won't be able to appreciate it. It will be boring. If going to the gym and getting stronger was easy, then you would have no reason to go to the gym. When there's no challenge, there's no growth. The masculine grows by challenge. Get out of your comfort zone, do something challenging, follow your dream, because the most important thing you can get from following your dream is not to attain the dream. It's you growing stronger, becoming a stronger version of yourself through the challenges, the pain, the struggles, because it's hard.